Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Konadra here. Welcome back to the Mindcrack server for the 93rd time today. Over here in the trailer, in the OG spot. And maybe I shouldn't say OG spot. That doesn't sound great. Starting off well today. Starting off well. But did anybody notice? That I used the first thumbnail for last episode? I don't think anybody noticed. But also, we're back in the regular recording space today. No funny businesses. Boy, I am really starting off well today. No funny business today, right, Puffins? Right? Can we get full Lord Puffinsness? Nope, not today. But today we're going to continue progress on Cone's Garage, not from Cone's Garage. And I think I've got some renewed inspiration. I kind of gave some thought to things that I want in a real life Cone's Garage setup. And I'm going to try to replicate some of those in the build. And overall, I just kind of put some thought into the actual design. I think I've been kind of going very whim-based on the build so far, just kind of, alright, I guess we need this, without actually thinking too much about what I actually want to do with it. So today I'm going to try and, yeah, do some building and get to working on that. Boy, all of our vines have really grown in here. It's looking so nice. Looking very nice. Very pleased with this. I know maybe the texture pack doesn't make the crops look as nice as they used to, I think. Do you guys agree? Hold on, let's look. Resource packs. Default. Takes just a second. Just a second, I said. You know, it takes just no time at all, really. You know, it only takes a second to go back to the old texture pack. I'm looking at where my watch usually is on my wrist. I have a lot of scars there. Oh, hey, hi there. Oh, no, yeah, this is much better. I really love a lot of the new textures. I'm just not a big fan of the crops. I feel like the old crops looked nicer. I feel like the new coloring is too bright. It's too much. But, the rest of it... Oh, crap. Is it this one? Sure. Sure, I think it was that one. I'll be able to look in footage to see. And if it's not the right one, there's going to be a lot of missing textures. So, I think we'll know. Boy, we're getting a lot of work done today. Here we go. No, this is a different one as well, I think. I think this is the... Oh, yeah, this is the first version of the new texture pack. Actually, these look better. Can I make a vote here to, I think it's Yappa, who's making the new textures? These are better than the newest ones. The first revision was better. Okay, this is now a resource pack review series. Hey, it's like the original Farlands or Bust. Let's do this one. That one's not red. Did I click done? Maybe. Did I crash the game? Maybe. So, how's everybody doing? Thank you for putting up with the weird... Oh, there it goes. The weird garage recorded episode. Not a single gripe. Not a single gripe about that. That's why you're all the best. All of you. No, you as well. I know you said, no, not me, but no, you're included. I'm sorry. Okay, so the garage. I like the format here. I think what I want to do, here's the vision. I'm going to try and draw this in space for you. In space. The doors, the bays are going to be here and here. But the front facade of the building will be here. So it's going to be and then with a on the front with a top loft area. That is the dream for me. That is the dream, to have bottom area garage space top area like a living quarters slash office space. That's a long-term dream and goal of mine. Now the bottom area, what I want to do is when I have some bays here, I want to have some, did we decide gullies is the right word? I'm not sure. Galleys, gullies, galleries, pits. Pits I think is a good word for it, but pits is a gross sounding word, isn't it? Pits. Ah, pits. So yeah, I want to have some of those in here, so I needed the space underneath. The more I look at it, though, the less I like the exposed stone on the bottom. It feels that it's a little bit messy. So I may go in and change that today, and I think I want to utilize the space underneath a bit more. So indeed, we will clear out the bottom. And I think I'm just going to do it in something kind of plain, probably gray concrete. Ah, frick. I meant to grab squid ink, and I didn't. Oh, well. Well, I'm going to make a bed out here. That's one thing I want to do. Because eventually I'm going to move a bed into the upper loft area. Yes, the lava. That's what I was talking about. Alright, but one thing I do want to do is actually clear down a little entryway here. This is something I just picked up from one Gem Knight Shyamalan, who did a realistic build on the Farlander Patreon server, and I have taken a bit of inspiration from him, as I liked some of the things he did there, and I kind of want to replicate them a little bit, to be honest, because, like I said, I just really liked some of the touches he did there, and this was one of them. So, right here will be a doorway entry, and let's actually make that, I think it would be fitting as an iron door. Because like I said, I want this to look a little bit more industrial. Let me break that out, actually. Well, we're going to hold off on that for just a second. Can I make a chest? Every build has to have a random garbage chest around where you temporarily hold materials and leave that chest forever and have stuff just sitting around. All right, let me go grab some of the squid ink. So yeah, I mean his build over there, he took my theme of like real world construction style and really excelled with it. I like what he did there quite a lot. I'm still sticking with a little bit of the real world construction vibe, but I think I'm backing off a little bit on the techniques and focusing more on the look, and I think that's probably a better way to look at it. It's a way to get the result that you want. Just the way things are constructed in the Minecraft world are so very different from how you can do things in real life. Climb by the stairs. That's kind of trippy, isn't it? I never really looked at the red as I was bouncing up those. It's a little bit trippy. Did I really use all of those ink sacs? I did not think that I had. Alright, well I don't need as many for this because gray is actually cheaper. And I think I have some gray. Oh, I want light gray is what I want, yeah. Well, I have some powder. I have some dye. But I'm going to need a little bit more. Yes, let me just stay there forever. A little bit more in the bone meal department, too. Cool. The bone meal department. Ugh, that sounds like a gross place in the store. Very gross place. So yeah, back to the garage. This is actually a real life goal of mine. And maybe it's a dream, but I honestly don't think it is. I foresee this being something, at least I'm going to remain positive here. I foresee this as being something that happens in reality. I just really value my space, my working space, more than my living space. Obviously, living space is important, and it's something that I've talked about, you know, quite a bit, how I want to improve my living space. But a lot of that really has to do with the working space, because that's where I just need more gray dye. But what I really need is light gray dye. How do you make light gray then? How do you make light gray dye? Like, this is great eye. Oh, probably bone meal, not bones, you moron. So I'll have plenty. Oh, yeah. This is more than enough. That's already 15. Alright, well, we'll have plenty for a future project. There we go. That's almost 2 stacks. Put that all back in here. And yeah, I brought a bed out here so I can sleep off the night. I think it's night. Yeah. But yes, what I was saying is I really value the workspace a lot because honestly, there's not a lot to me other than I don't want to say work, but work. I didn't want to say it, I just said it. But I spend most of my time creating. Either creating content or working on cars in the garage, fabricating projects. I also have little, I don't know, little dives, what's the word? I have little phases where I go through woodworking. I really enjoy woodworking and that kind of stuff. That's something that I generally don't get to do as much of these days as I used to. But it's something I would love to do. It's all about space, you know? I mean, space and time. I think we all know those challenges of not having time to do all the different projects that you want to do. And this is something I've talked about with my dad quite a bit, because I think he's much the same way, where the amount of projects that we generally strive for, have in mind, or want to achieve is so much greater than the amount of time that we have to dedicate to them, that sometimes it's just like a never-ending network of loose ends, and it can totally end up in the situation where nothing ever actually gets completed. I think it's actually a really great thing that I have made what I do here kind of into a job, because it gives me the focus and determination and, reason to make sure that things get completed. It's my livelihood, and sure, maybe that takes some of the fun of it away. I will definitely not say that it doesn't. However, it gives me a sense of relief in that I actually finish and accomplish things here. I set out to do something, and I'm dedicated to completing it, and I get a lot of accomplishment out of that maybe I was missing before. The automotive stuff can be much the same way, where I have so many ideas and so much inspiration, and then I get either distracted or demotivated, or other factors come up. Obviously, financially, you get to a point where you just can't afford to do something anymore, and you lose touch with it. You lose either inspiration over time. You just never get back to it. Well, the way I do things here, it's kind of mandatory, and that's kind of great. So I almost wonder if maybe that's part of the inspiration for me. And this is a subject of kind of not controversy, but it's a subject of my generation that I've noticed a bunch. Uh-oh, generation talks again. How dare I? But where there's a desire to monetize everything in your life. Everything you do must be monetized. Well, I don't know that that's particularly a positive, but monetizing hobbies and making them into, jobs, it certainly makes you take them more seriously, and I think allows you to more efficiently execute them. So there's some positives to that, for sure. And how does this tie into the garage thing? Well, like I said, the space around me is mostly workspace. Like, I have, currently in my current situation, I have a room that is 12 feet, I think, by 14. No, it's actually 12 by 13. It's just over 130 square feet. That is my current living space. I am currently using, let me do some quick math here. Just looking around. I'm currently using 75% of that as space for my desk, my recording area, and the equipment surrounding that. I have about a 10% area that is my living quarters, where my bed is, slash futon, and that's just my priority. that's how I am comfortable. That's what I'm comfortable doing. That's what feels like the right thing to me, you know? If I focused on anything else, I'd feel like I was wasting space. So that's why when I say the goal of having a real Cone's Garage actual studio situation seems like a real goal to me. It seems like something that I could see myself realistically doing. Even if this isn't the thing that I do forever, still, even if, say, I was working average 9-to-5 job, the ability to create in the rest of my time is so valuable to me. Like, I can't even explain to you how... Where is this cave? Are they in the dungeon, actually? Is that what I'm hearing? But yeah, I can't explain to you how badly not being able to do... Oh, I didn't realize this cave continued over here. Interesting. Do I have stuff to make sticks? I do. And torches. We got some lighting up to do. This has been a nuisance for a while. Hey, render's done. I don't know if you heard that over the mic. But yeah, even when I was, working regular jobs, the priority for me is always to have some kind of creation going on the side. I need to be doing something. It's a hobby, but for me, if I'm not doing that stuff, I just feel so valueless. Is there a better word for valueless? To Google. Valueless. Let's see. Synonyms. Fruitless? Nah. Unproductive. Unproductive's a good one. Profitlessness? Eh. Futile. Well, okay. Without without projects going on, without some kind of greater goal or greater, purpose other than just working and making money, I feel futile. This is what Google told me, alright? You gotta believe me. But no, yeah, it's something that's very important to me. When it wasn't doing this stuff, it was doing, car projects and creating and restoring and reviving stuff. So that's why that is a big priority for me. So for me, even when, if we go back a couple months when I was home shopping, when I was looking for living options, the priority for me was smallest home space available. Now, there's some drawbacks to that. Say, maybe I want to, in years to come, start a family and, have normal human life. Having a very small homestead is probably not the most ideal situation for that. You're forcing other people into your personal needs, essentially. So, sure, some drawbacks. Some drawbacks to that. Look at the sand. Hello! Oh no! Well, this is very unfortunate. What a silly thing to have done. I gotta make my cone again. So it was 3. How was it all the way across? 3 or 5, 3. 1, right? Yeah, got it. Got it. Where was the torch, though? Where was that torch? Was it on the floor? I don't know. I don't know where that torch would have been. Was it here and I just hit it? No. I don't know. It's probably plenty bright in here. It'll be fine. What was I saying again? That, slightly distracted me. I think I was talking about the effects of small living quarters. But to me, the biggest thing was I needed space. I needed space to create. I had to have space for either a garage setup or area to build something like that. That was really important to me. I wanted to make sure that I had space to expand and fulfill that dream, because it's something at the end of the day that is probably one of the more important goals for me. And I hope to be able to make that happen. Okay, I went ahead and finished out the bottom slab because it was taking forever. But I like the color choice. I think, again, the dark gray, or the regular gray concrete and the light gray concrete work great together. And this is having the industrial look that I really wanted, I was going for. So now I want to see about these slabs, because I want to do this for the floor, but I want them to be on top of this now. So that concrete's going to be hidden. And in fact, don't worry about that one. In fact, I don't even know that where the walls look like they are is where the walls are going to be. I haven't completely decided that. I may do a layer of double slabs at the base of the building. That might be what the floor ends up, or what the bottom layer of the walls ends up being. I cannot place blocks today. But the big thing is, all right, so this stretches across to here. And then this to here. What does that leave me in the middle? So what I want is at least 2, but ideally 3. Okay, it leaves 2. So let's say, let's fill this in. But then let's go in 5. Do I have enough slabs for this? Yeah, plenty. Got it. Well, that actually is probably right. So here, we went in 5, and then right here, what I want, hold on. Oh, it's actually wider than I was thinking. I don't know why I was thinking it had to be 2. It doesn't have to be 2 at all. Oh, it's 2 or 4, because it's an even number. I see. Is that too wide? It kind of is. I think 2 is the way to go. So what I'm going to do is actually double layer those so that from the bottom it doesn't look like it's hanging. Okay, so we want to go this way some more. I think what I want is probably just the 5 in length, or maybe 4. Maybe 4 in length. Yeah, I think 4 is good. Hopefully this look comes together for you as I go here. I might have some confused looks from the audience at the moment. Okay, all right. Now that's like a little shallow one there. I think I might want. Now, how many blocks does that leave behind us? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to the back. That's fine, because I want the like lifts, the bays to be here and here, and then a gap down the middle. That's the goal. So what if instead of 1 deep, it was 2 deep? How could I actually do that? I would have to go from underneath. Yes. Yes. Okay, so that's how deep it would be. Oh, this one too. And then I would need to enclose this. Ooh, I like what that does. that connects the bars. See, I didn't even consider that it would do that. That's very good. Okay, and then let's also do that for the end piece as well, so that it looks structural. It looks like it's going to actually stay there. It's not just hanging in midair. Okay, so that's what it looks like underneath. That's plenty of space, actually. I was worried about space. And how does the depth look like from up here? No, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. And then at this end, a little bit of a stair situation so you can get out. And then I'm thinking the posts of the eventual lift would be here, 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 and here. And this would be the little bay underneath the car that you could work in. The reason I want that kind of situation is this, if made correctly, is a little bit safer than just working under lifts on flat ground. Because if anything happened, you have a space to escape to, basically. You have a space to go. The other thing is you can use this as a pit for fluid collection. So on the other one, or maybe this one, what I'll do is like a grate under there. Oh, I bet you, because this is a full block now, I bet you I could do like iron trapdoors, or you know what I really want is the look of the acacia trapdoors, but the texture of stone. What do the other trapdoors look like? Trap. Oh, I thought there was a way to look at all of them, but maybe I'm mistaken. What do just these look like on there? Does it give the look that I'm going for? Oh, it's not gonna put it on top of that? Is this a half block off? I thought this was a full block at the bottom. It appears I am incorrect. No, that's a full block down. Why won't it place on top of this, though? It only wants to place there. Oh, I see. It's a full block down, but it's a half block offset. Okay. Alright. So, no way to place anything on top of this. Alright. So, with that, then... Alright, I'll have to put my thinking cap on for that one. That I will have to think about. Alright. Oh, I'm excited now. This is the part of the project where I really I get into it and I'm feeling it. Boy, I don't want to harp on this because I know it's a long-term future goal. This is nothing that's going to happen even in 2019. It's just something. It's a lifetime goal. It's a lifetime achievement award. No, it's a lifetime goal, and I know it's something that I'm gonna have to work towards for many years. But the idea of having time to dedicate towards, you know, creating my own space, or not even just the time dedicated to it, but the idea of creating my own environment, my own work environment like that is very exciting to me. More exciting to me than I think is probably healthy. It's kind of a weird, strange thing to be super excited about, I think, because, well, let's be honest, it's literally work that I'm being excited about. It's literally the idea of having a better place to work instead of a better place to live. But that's where my brain rests. That's what makes me also the most excited is to think about being able to do something like that. Because what I do and what I want to be able to continue to do for a living is something that I you know, love so much and is so cool to me. So I guess that's why it is always sitting there in my brain of what can I do to A, do more, and B, do better with. Okay, alright, so now we have 2 bays. I have to think about the drain situation. Alright, then there's nice space in between. Oh man, this is the dream right here. This is the dream. Now, because I am the way I am, I could make this really nice open space and have this all set up. I am also a total disaster when it comes to organization. So I would need somebody to frequently like come through and yell at me for having the place a mess. And I think I would have to, if I actually had my own space and I actually, you know, was in charge of keeping it and maintaining it, I would have to like schedule in a day a month where I just went through and like had, I don't know, a dumpster and threw stuff out, because I get ridiculous with the don't throw anything away mentality and just clutter. And yeah, that's where something like this would probably be a disaster for me. Is that I would have so much space and then after a year wouldn't be able to use it. Let's actually call that a day. I got a little bit of a late start today thanks to a very important video coming out right at the time when I usually record this. It was Turbos and Temples Part 2. For those that know what I'm talking about, you know that it was very important. And we made some progress here on Cone's Garage. And I will return, hopefully, with Brian on Friday for the return of our project over there and the return of our random rabbles. I think he is finally unsick. That's a lot of moms that just spawned. Everybody have a great day. I'll see you on Friday. Hopefully, maybe. Bye. Don't.